It's Lori. Late Night Lori from Lori's Little Bit of Crafting. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, coming to you from Wisconsin. We're going to make believe that it's Sunday, July 5th, 11:59 p.m., and that I'm not late. We're going to pretend that I'm not late, all right? So, I have actually been in my studio working diligently all afternoon, all evening, it seems like. And I've been getting a lot of things done. But let me see if we have audio. Come on. Let me see if I can get it up on my computer. So I'm late because I forgot to get all the names on the Wheel of Names. How horrible is that? Oh, and I have audio. Woohoo! Hello, Tanya. I sent you an email earlier. Actually, I sent everybody an email with the updated Happy Mail Club list. Whew. It has been a day. All of a sudden, it's like everything is due all at one time. And how did I let time get away from me, you know? How was your holiday weekend? Hello, Roz. Welcome, welcome. How was everybody's holiday weekend? Roz, how's your studio build coming along? Let me get some of these settings changed so I can see all of the live chat, not just some of the chat, in case anybody naughty comes along, because we've had that happen before. Woohoo! Yay, you. And how big is your calyx? Is that how you say it? Calyx? Calyx? I think it's calyx. I don't know. The storage unit. And you have, I think you said you were getting inserts for the papers, right? For at least some of them. I need to turn on my ceiling fan. So I thought it was all good. I had the sketch all ready for tonight, and then I realized that I did not have my Wheel of Names ready to go. So I still need to do that. I need to get the Wheel of Names ready. But I don't think that'll take too long. Sketch challenge. Let's edit this. Hello, Suzanne. Welcome. Hello, Yuda. Allie, hello. Oh, it's the huge one, 5x5. All right, cool. And you got any baskets? Woohoo! Yes, Suzanne, the late night lovelies. I'm loving that. All right, I am working on the Wheel of Names. Give me a couple of minutes here. All right, so we're gonna, whew. I just have a few names to type on here. If there's typos, forgive me. So everybody in the United States, how was your 4th of July? Hopefully I've got everybody captured on this list. I just went through all of the Facebook posts for June. So we can do our Wheel of Names spinner winner. I'm almost done. 2 more names. I was hoping that more people would start putting some sketches on here. So, Allie, your weekend was all right? Roz, yours was rocking, huh? Oh my goodness, yeah. We didn't really have too many fireworks here. We had storms again. Hours and hours. Yeah, that's how it was last night when we were down at Macman's brother and sister-in-law's house with everybody. We watched the Washington, D.C. fireworks on TV, but they had, the boom, boom, boom and going on for hours and hours. And, it didn't really bother us a whole lot. We're kind of used to it, but I do feel bad for all of the animals, the dogs especially, that get so, anxious with all that boom booming. That sounds like a good evening, Suzanne. Yeah, we did cook out stuff last night too. Um, on the 3rd, we had some bad storms come through in Walworth County, which is where our family from out of town was staying on the lake there. And they had some tornadic activity, probably some straight lined winds. And I think did I mention it night before last? On the one lake that's a big touristy lake, Lake Geneva. The weather came up like in 2 minutes. It was really fast moving, and one of the boats capsized, and there were 10 people on board, and 3 children did not survive. So that was pretty sad. And just the devastation with all kinds of trees and everything up. So 4th of July holiday was not the normal celebration here. They canceled fireworks in those 2 communities that were so heavily affected. It was unfortunate. Oh, the Boston Pops. I didn't even think about that. That would have been good. Yeah, Suzanne, it's very tragic. Hello, Rosemary. Welcome. We were just sharing our 4th of July weekend updates. Did you and Steve do anything fun? No, power was still out. Yeah, and I don't know. They were saying that the power would be out for 3 to 5 days. It was pretty bad. But people were pulling together and getting trees cut down from across roads, and yeah, you get through. I'm just hoping people had insurance. We saw lots of trees on cars and through houses and barns down, and ugh, a lot of cleanup. There's going to be a lot of cleanup. So, barbecue and playing cards. Nice, Rosemary. Very nice. All right, so I think we could probably get started. let me count, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We only had 12 submissions for the sketch challenges for June. We had more for May. Maybe my sketch challenges were too challenging. We'll do an easier one tonight. Just by coincidence, I picked an easier one than what we did the last couple of times. So 4, 8, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Let me shuffle those up too. Let's shuffle those again. I'm trying to get it so there aren't names next to each other of the same person. That one's pretty good, I guess. So it's hard when we only have 12 names on here. Yeah, a couple of them were pretty challenging. So I'll try not to be so heavy on the more intricate sketches. We'll try to maybe alternate. So if you are not a demonstrator, and if you do not have a demonstrator you work with, I would love to assist you with your crafting needs. You can find all of my Stampin' Up! Stuff at latenightlori.stampinup.net. New products are there, catalogs are there, promotions are there, my store is there, all of the things that you need. You're still away from home and you don't have your card making stuff. Okay, Yuta. Hopefully hopefully things will get settled down a little bit for you in the coming weeks. It's hard when you're away. I know even when I travel and I take crafting things with me, I'm still like, oh, I forgot this, I forgot that. So I get it. I get it. Yeah, maybe it was just a busy month, you know. So Roz, I see you just sent some photos. Maybe that was from your studio, your new crafting space. Hello, Nicole. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, so July, we've got our product of the month starting. In the United States, the qualifying purchase that you need is $75, and then you can add this beautiful stamp set for just $5 to your cart. If you've got questions about how that works, let me know. I have kind of, hello, Donna. I have kind of become a collector of product of the month things. So I have them all so far. Last month's did sell out earlier than anticipated. It was super, super cute. So if you see a product of the month that you really like, you need to order it early and not wait until later in the month because it might not be there. And once they're gone, they're gone. Knitting and crocheting is awesome, Yuta. So what was the same for you, Rosemary? Kind of a busy month? Oh, Suzanne, yeah, I just saw your comment. Yeah, it seemed like, yeah, all of a sudden we're halfway through the year and we're a week into July already. Because we're like July 6th. You ordered it Friday. Great, Rosemary. All right, so there's that. The virtual craft class is coming up July 16th. Make sure you get your stuff ordered. It'll be iffy if you have to order any of these things. You may not have them in time, but you can certainly work with things you have. And the virtual class is available even after the event, so you will have access to it when you purchase the craft class. The craft class is $30. That item number is 171477. Don't forget, we only have until the 10th to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. This month is Hooray for Birthdays. There are 9 easel cards, all for birthdays. 2-step stamping. There's some metallic, holographic foil accents. So that should be pretty fun. This August one looks really pretty too. And then this September one with these trees. I love them all. All right. And that's what you ordered too Friday. The class. Perfect. Yeah. Yep. And then we've got all kinds of new online exclusives. Now, I was hiding these pictures before, but we've kind of gone through and I gave you a sneak peek of a lot of things in there, you know, as we were doing some of our sneak peek Saturdays. So take a look. There's a lot of fun stuff. I know some things are not currently available. I can't order my white twine. I'm out of white twine because it's currently unavailable. So I don't use white twine that often, but you know, who figured I'd run out when I needed it, right? And then there are some gilded butterflies that are really pretty. They're very intricate, ornate. This was one of the cards that we made at the Riverton demonstrator event. Now it's gold on the back, and I don't know, hopefully you can see that. It's gold on the back, but we used some matte, the white side, and we did some ink blending on it. So there's a lot of things that you can do with those butterflies, okay? I have seen some people complain that some of the foil edges were peeling off of their pieces. Now, mine didn't do that, so I don't know if there was a bad batch or if they were just being rough on them. The foiling a lot of times is pretty delicate, so just keep that in mind if you get those butterflies when they come back into stock. If that's something that you want and you were not able to order them yet, make sure you go into my store, search up for those gilded butterflies, and then mark the box that says you want to be notified when they're back in stock. Nicole, you're a big butterfly fan, huh? I know Vicky from Washington, Vicky W. O'Sullivan, she does a lot of mixed media, painting, some of those sorts of things, junk journaling. She's here sometimes, not real often, but she is a big fan of butterflies too. Hello, Jeanette. How are you? Now, I like dragonflies. I wish they would get some gilded dragonflies because I think that would be cool. But I guess that's just not meant to be. Butterflies, flowers, yep. All right, so we have our Happy Mail Club. I know several of you here, most of you here might even be part of our Happy Mail Club. I did send out the updated mailing list. So Jeanette, you're huge into butterflies too, huh? Nice. I'm good. Glad you're doing good as well. All right, so I did send out the updated mailing list. I think everybody's birthday is on there. If there's something missing or if I forgot to put something down, it probably just means I lost my Post-it note. And, you know, I just need to kind of catch up with stuff. My studio is just a disaster. I've done some cleaning up, but yeah, it's I need to spend some good time in here. We've been so busy with the family this last week that I just haven't been in the studio as much as I need to be. So I'm just trying to follow some of these comments here. So Jeanette, purple is one of my favorite colors too. Oh, Nicole, that'd be great. I do have some dragonfly dies. It's just they're not current ones, so I don't pull them out as often as I probably could. Perfect, Yuta. It'll be there for you. All right, so the only rules with this is basically make a card, send a card, and you are welcome, Suzanne. I'm glad you got your card. I know Allie sent out a lot. You know, there have been people here pretty much every day saying, oh, I got your card, I got your card. So I think that's awesome. That's awesome. We're spreading sunshine, one card at a time. right? When the Post-it note system fails, or if I lose my contacts and phone numbers in my phone, and even my calendar, because I keep my calendar on the computer and in my phone. If I lose those, I'll really be lost. So yeah, and Macman every once in a while he'll come in with something. He's like, "Oh, do you want this in here?" No, I don't want that in here. I have too much in here right now. Well, it's just one more piece of paper. And I said, "Look at all the paper I have. I don't need one more piece of paper." Oh, I don't know. Is that like a creative kind of person dilemma? A clean desk is a sign of a sick mind. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. So anyway, make a card, send a card. If you are not on the list and would like to be, send your mailing address to me, including your zip code, the month and the day of your birthday, if you are interested in receiving any kind of birthday celebratory type of cards. And you can reach me at lauriemccari@gmail.com. Please do not post an address on YouTube or Facebook if they will allow it. We want to preserve everybody's privacy. I will not be sharing email addresses. I will only be sharing the mailing addresses and the day or the month and the day of your birthday. If you want to share additional information with the people that you're sharing cards with, feel free, but at least you're in control of your information. All right. If you just put in gilded, Gilded, it should come up. Yes, yes, I know all about hoarding, and I did clean out a bunch of notes because I updated things. Did you find them, Allie? I got things recorded, and I do get rid of notes from time to time. I try to keep like one note per, one subject per note, so I can just get rid of the note and not just have to cross off a bunch of stuff. I can find you the number too, Allie, if that's easier. Give me just a second. Whoops, I have to spell it right also. All right, the Gilded Wings Accents. The number is 169953. 169953. Let me see if I can put that in the comments. Which sound? Nicole, what did Nicole say? Oh, yeah. All right, so let's move on. Sketch challenge. Sketch challenge time. Let me get my announcements out of the way. And just so you know, too, found it, perfect. Just so you know, too, Stampin' Up! Has simplified the joining process. So if there are those of you out there who have not yet joined Stampin' Up! To get your early access to catalogs, early access to products, discounts on your products, the opportunity to earn commissions, go to events, get training, and have a whole huge group of other people who love to craft, you might want to consider joining. So they've simplified the join offer. It's $100. You get to pick out $125 worth of product. So you do your little joining thing, and I think they say it takes like just a couple of minutes to do the joining. And then you get a coupon code for your $125 worth of product. And then you go into your shopping application, and you can put whatever you want into your shopping cart as long as it's at least $125 worth. And anything over $125 is going to count to your quarterly minimum. It'll count toward, you'll get your discount on anything that's over that $125. So you get kind of a lot for $100. And then you'll get a special surprise later. too. That'll be fun. All right, and if you join my team, you know, you get me. And you get this community. And we all love crafting together. So let's start our Sunday challenge. Enough chitter chatter, right? All right, so last week we did Sketch Challenge 5. Let me pull these cards out here. We did Sketch Challenge 5. And this is what we worked on together. All right, so this is an ephemera piece. And this is just the designer series paper. We stepped ours up a little bit with that extra layer with the embossing on there. That wasn't part of the sketch, so we added it on there. And the idea of the sketch is to just be inspiration, not set in stone that you have to do exactly as the picture shows, all right? Oh, you made 2 cards from your scrap card box yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I know. I don't know how old I'll be if I, you know, if I stopped buying now, I would have plenty to make many cards every day for the rest of my life, I'm sure. All right. It's a good thing I get bored with my things. Hello, Denise. Welcome. We're just getting into the sketch challenge stuff. So yeah, it's the crafter in us, okay? We need all of the things because you just never know what you need for when you need to sit down and do it. Denise, you're at work. All right. So if you don't chime in too often, we know it's because you're working, right? I love that, Nicole. We're not quitters. All right. So here's our ones from last week. I am going to pull, before I show you the sketch challenge for this week, I'm going to pull over the spinner winner, the wheel of names. I'll pull over my computer so we can find out who is our spinner winner for June. Give me just a second here. Alrighty. Let me go to the wheel of names. Alrighty. So this is the best I can do. Hopefully there's not too much of a glare on here. I'll see in a second when, it looks all right. And I can try to zoom in a little bit too, so you can see better. There, how's that? All right, so I have 12 names here, all right? Allie, Juju, Rosemary, and Rosa. I don't think Rosa's here yet tonight. Those were the only people who participated in June, you guys. Let's see, Allie did all 4. Rosemary did all 4. Juju did 3 of them, and Rosa did 1. So thank you all for participating. And this is our spinner winner. Are we ready to spin? Did anybody submit a sketch that I didn't name here? Hopefully I got everybody. Oh my gosh. You never want to count up how many stamp sets you have, Suzanne. Never. Never, ever. Because there are stamp sets I got because there was just a single stamp in them I wanted. It is what it is. All right. Are we ready? Spinner winner for June. And some happy mail from me. Oh, Juju! Woohoo! So Juju from her 628. I just put everybody in here with the dates that you put one in so that I could keep them straight. So Juju will get some happy mail from me for being the spinner winner. Awesome. And I am going to... I think I did. Yep, I did a screenshot of it last time too. I'm just doing a screenshot so I can remember who had who had their names on in case we have a question. So give me just a second. I'm glad I had enough time to get those loaded. Thank you for your patience, everybody. And I will get that printed as well. All right, so let's go ahead and, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to print this, but not as a PDF. All right, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and look at our sketch challenge for this week. Does anybody have a guess? The ones that are yellow highlighted are the ones that we've already done. Okay, my printer needs toner, so it won't print. All right, but anyway, I've got it saved. It's all good. All right. Hello, Vicky. Welcome. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of things if they need to be in a storage facility. Wow. 19, you are close, Allie. You are close. That would be a really simple one, wouldn't it? I said I was going to go simple. We are going to do number 21. All right, so we're going to do 21 this week. So I'm going to go ahead and put our little line through this. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ways we can do this. All right, so here is sketch number 21. Pretty simple. All right. First, what we need to do is kind of decide what papers we want to use. What colors we want to use. I just pulled in a couple of different things here. Yes, Vicki, we are sorry you lost your friend. That was kind of rude of me to kind of miss that whole part of the message, huh? I apologize for that. Yeah, if somebody needed to take all of my things, they would need a trailer too. I don't have a huge room. It's probably about the size of a 1.5 car garage. Maybe. It's like 12 feet one way and maybe 16 feet another way. But there's a lot of stuff packed in this space. It's basically a bedroom and a half. That's a lot of stuff, Vicki. That's a lot to go through. I know when my mom passed away, I was going through all of her things, and it's a lot. You know, we had merged a bunch of our things because they had moved in with us. But yeah, it's a lot to go through. It can be kind of overwhelming too, depending on how everything was stored, you know, if it was really organized or if it was just all disorganized. It makes it hard. Either way, I mean, that's a lot of stuff to go through. All right, so what kind of colors do you think we want to go through? Do we want a floral thing? Do we want some little abstract things? We can pull it. We could do Halloween. We could do Christmas. I know last week when I was doing Christmas stuff, there were some people that were not ready for Christmas. Something masculine. All right, let me see what I have that's masculine. How about waterfront retreat? Waterside retreat. Let's see what else I have that's masculine. I really need to go through my stuff too because I have not yet found my in color designer series paper. I do not know where I put it. It's here somewhere. Masculine. This is a sticker sheet that goes with that. I think these are still current. I should probably look them up and just make sure. Let's see what else I have. I probably have some other papers around too, but a lot of what we have is florals because that's what Stampin' Up! Sells the most of. And I know a lot of people don't like florals. So we're liking this. We're liking this. Let me get these two out of the way because we know we're not going to do florals. And I'm okay with that. Fish with the blue DSP. So the okay, so we can do fish. We can probably do some seagulls. We could probably do some stripies or maybe some water. Or are you talking about this blue paper? Yeah, the problem is that the masculine stuff, while people are vocal in wanting things that are more masculine, that's not the biggest sellers. So I think that's why they don't offer as much. It's more limited. You just took it away. So this, or one of the papers that I just put away here. I have these two. The fish with the blue DSP. I think we're looking at this stuff, right? Yeah, it's here somewhere, Denise. That's me. I know it's here. And I used to be much more organized. I knew where everything is. Everything was in its pile and every pile was in its place. Don't touch my stuff because then I don't know where it is. And MacMan will do that to me pretty regularly. He'll move something and it's like, where is it? I had it here and now it's not here anymore. All right. No, yes, the one with the orange on top. So this one here, I'll leave that one out then. We'll see what kind of colors we can get to coordinate. With the fish, that might be actually a good highlight. You know, the guys, well, and the kids with this last week with the family here for the holiday, they were catching some really good fish. They had a 27.5-inch walleye or a pike. They were getting bass, walleye, pike, sunfish, and they put most of them back. But they had a good week of fishing before the bad weather. All right, so I'm just going to move these papers off to the side. Yeah, my husband can tell you what all the fish are. Me, it's just like, oh, that's a big fish. That's a little fish. And I can tell you if it's on my dinner plate, if it looks like cod or if it looks like perch. That's my fishing prowess. All right, so let's leave this out. Do you think we'll want any of these wood tones? I don't even know if this is current. This is Country Woods. It was current recently when I looked at it. Let me look it up and see. But it's all right to use stuff that's in our stash, you know. It's all good. I just try to keep things that are more current for everybody. This is still valid. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. All right, and this is the sticker sheet that goes with these papers, but if we're not going to use those, that's fine. This actually kind of looks like water to me. That kind of looks like it goes good with that one. We might hang on to this. All right, so let's see what kind of card base color. We've got Gray Granite, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, and Very Vanilla. What do you think of Misty Moonlight? Do you think that's a good color? Gray is going to be kind of dingy. Let me go get some Misty Moonlight. And if you change your mind, or change my mind, that's fine. All right, so we're going to score this at 4 1/4. Misty Moonlight, you love, Yuta? When it had been an in color, I liked it. I didn't use it a lot at the start. Let me back this up just a little bit here. I didn't use it a lot at the start, but the more I saw it, the more I liked it. And it's like, oh yeah, this is a really good color. All right, so we've got 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to go ahead and burnish that. And then let's do our little fish piece. This is going to be pretty easy. Now, like I said, we can do this a couple of different ways. We can do this almost like a shuffle card. If you like the back side of a piece. And I'll show you what I mean. If we take, let me get my pencil. What did I do with my pencil? I put the measurements down here. So I've got 1 5/8 by 3 1/4. 1 5/8. So that's 2 3 3/8 across. And then 3 1/4, that'd be 4. 5 1/4, I think. So let's see what this looks like here for a second. If we do 5 1/4, I hope my math was okay. So if I've got 1 5/8, 1 5/8, no, this would be, that would be 3 1/4, not 3 3/8. I don't know where I had the 3/8 from. One, two, no, it should be 3 1/4. I think that's right. We'll see how it looks. We'll measure it up to our sketch. But it's too long. My math is off. Oh, maybe my measurements were off too, because I did adjust them a little bit. Let's just see. This is pretty close, so that's like 3 1/4. So it's 4 3/4, it looks like. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's better. All right, so we're gonna do 3 pieces that are 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. So if we do 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Who's done a shuffle card before? So what we do is we take 4 pieces of paper we like. 4 pieces that kind of go together. I do kind of like this one. So we're going to do Rosemary, you have. Perfect. Hopefully I will get it right. Is that right? Yep. By 4 3/4. So now we've got to stack, cut, shuffle. Yep, exactly. All right, so what other pieces do you think we want? Do we want the water? Let's pull these out. So we can say, oh, these would be fun. The buoys, maybe? White shiplap. Oh, that stripe is kind of fun, too. This was a piece that we were cutting all kinds of them out. All right. I need a bigger desk. So we're going to do 3 1/4. All right, so that's kind of fun. What do you think of those 4 together? Ideas for mail cards: boating, fishing, camping, mountain, forest, lake, river, ocean, beach, garden, shed, garage. They've done a lot of those. There is a sports one right now, too. That's got soccer or foosball, whatever you want to call it, in your neck of the woods. Let's do this one. Let's just see what it looks like. Or we could do these two. I've liked the ones that they've done tools before for the guys. My dad was a cabinet maker. He did kitchens and stuff. So I remember all the sawdust smell in our house, and it's a smell that I still love. Oh, this plaid's kind of cool. I don't know if that'll work with this. We'll just get a bunch of these to see. I think they had a chess one or some card ones. And then there was like some whiskey. Nope, I want 3 1/4. All right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You think they've had a lot of drinking ones? I guess I haven't really paid attention because I haven't bought them. So I don't know if there's been a lot or not. I did that celebratory sips one. I saw some cute things and I just liked some of the designs that there were. And I know they've had some wine ones. I've gotten the wine ones because they're more kind of like Italian themed. So for my husband's family, that worked really good. All right, we have some fun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I thought I had 8. Oh, for goodness sakes. Now let's take this one. Oh yeah, they had racing cars too. All right, there's another one. All right, now let's get some of these out of the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I have 8. Oh, I think I was going to cut these the seagulls up, and I ended up doing that plaid instead. So let's just do the seagull one too. It'll give us some options. Oh yeah, there was golf too. We can narrow this down once we get some of these papers out of the way, right? Okay, we'll let that just go. Oh, we wanted to pull out some of that orange too, didn't we? Well, I think I could probably take this one. No, I don't think I like this color better. Might go with the fish better. So 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 is what I'm cutting all of these. You could use different measurements too, depending on your layer. Now, when I've done it before, I've had a uniform border, but our sketch shows a little bit wider border on each of the sides. I don't know why, but that's what the sketch showed, so that's how I recreated it. Me and Word. All right. So here are a bunch of pieces. Oh, and there must have been another one because now I have to, oh, I cut another one because now I have 10. I'm like, how did that happen? All right, so I'm going to cut these 2 at a time, I think. And then we will go from there. You have a school holiday? Nice. Eating breakfast at 2 in the afternoon. That's awesome. All right, so we're doing 1 5/8. So if I just do 1 5/8, and then if I go 1 5/8, and then I'm going to turn those back this way. Oh, that one doesn't really matter. And then we're going to do 1 5/8 this way. All right, so we've got 2 different ones there. Soon I will have a stack. You are correct. All right, let's do 2 more. Now the last time I did this, I had like 3 parts instead of 4, and I messed myself up somehow. I don't know how I messed myself up, but it happened. All right, we're getting there. And I can't use the right side of my trimmer because that only goes to 1.5 inches, and I need 1 5/8 inches. And hopefully I cut everything correctly. And I know you can't see me cutting, but who needs to really see that, right? Make sure my birds are going right side up. There we go. All right, so that's a bunch of papers. All right, so then what we'll end up doing is, I think we just shuffle them out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should probably have these spread out a little bit more. We'll start with 4. And then we'll go the next one over. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go the next one over. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next one over, we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those, I don't know, they look kind of wonky, but we'll see what it looks like here when we put them all together. We may be shuffling up some of these designs because I'm not sure. This looks a lot busy to me. Because that's a lot of designs. Let's swap this out a little bit here. This is where I'm probably going to mess myself up. So if we trade that one out, that one's kind of dark. And then a sentiment's going to go here. I think I need a couple more card bases so we can see. Let's swap out. Let's swap out this one for here. That might work. That might work, okay? And our sentiment is 5/8 by 2 inches, I think. Five eighths by 2 1/4. We could always change the size of our sentiment. Should we try a different color card base? Because this seems pretty dark. And then the other thing that you could do to step this up a little bit too is make layers. Yep, a white layer in between. Yep, Susanna, that's just, I mean, Vicky, that's exactly right. So basically all we'd have to do is make a larger layer and then spread them out just a little bit. So if we did, what about a light layer Lost Lagoon? We can try that. And we did 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. So we'll do 3 1/2 by 5. That's kind of a Lost Lagoon. We'll play. We'll see. It might go better on a white, but that looks kind of nautical-ish. I like it better with that layer underneath because it gives some separation to those designs so that they can be more standalone. That's not how the sketch showed it, but again, the sketch is just inspiration for us. We can do whatever we want because it's our card. The Lost Lagoon looks all right with that, but I'm not sure about that one. Let me see what other colors we have here. Let's get some Pool Party. That's one of them. Good night, Yuta. Thanks for popping in. Let's do this one. We will see you next time, Yuta. Sleep well. This might be too bright. It kind of worked with this. I think that is all right. This one I think is just too bright. And then let's do this. I think that works a little bit better. Let me get another piece of Misty Moonlight, I think. Or maybe, what green is that? Is that Old Olive? Yes, let's get some Old Olive. And an easy way to do this card also would be just to get 4 papers that you like or 2 papers that you like. Cut some strips that are like 1 5/8 inch. And then cut your, whatever I said that one was, 3 1/4. So you'd have 1 5/8 square and then 3 1/4 would be the rest of it. And just flip it over. Because the papers frequently coordinate from front to back. No, I want to score it at 4 1/4. cut it at 5.5. So with the sketch challenge now, those of you who have been here before, you know the drill. We're going to play with this sketch tonight. It's sketch 21 off of the Stampin' Up! List, which you can find using the QR code on page 13 of the May to August catalog. All right. So in the next week, your challenge is to make a card using this sketch as inspiration. I don't think I like that on the old olive. Maybe if we do a white layer. We'll see how that looks. So your challenge is to make a card using this sketch as inspiration. I will post the sketch to my Facebook page. You find the sketch that you're working on and add your picture in the comments. And then once a month closes, I will put everybody's name on the wheel of names, and one of our participants will be the spinner winner for that month. So the only deadline is really to try to get your cards done before the Sunday following the end of the month. So we have like 4 or 5 Sundays each month. So you have time to catch up a little bit. And just play along. Use your stash, use new stuff. Doesn't really matter. I think I want to try Pool Party because that old olive, I don't think that's doing it for me. Is old olive doing it for anybody else? It's not really tripping my trigger. We mixed up some papers here, so that's probably why the colors. Yeah, Pool Party is what I'm working on here. Let's give that a whirl. Good night, Donna. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's good to see you. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that looks better. I kind of like that, but now Misty Moonlight layer might look good on that one. I think this one might be okay. We'll see. Let me get some Misty Moonlight to do a layer. Now, if we had the colors picked out all ahead of time, this would have been done in no time. Because normally it would be a very quick and easy card. But of course, because we're experimenting, you get to play along with my little chaos. Pretty Peacock? Yeah, I think that would look better. Something besides the green. I mean, there's green in here in the fish. I wonder if even like a Calypso Coral would look better, because the Pool Party with that old olive just does not work at all. At least not in my mind's eye. This might be a good combination. Let me scooch these over just a little bit. You can't quite see that last one, I guess. So that one kind of works. I think I want to find a different piece with the seagulls though, that actually has more of the birds. Because that's just got like a bird butt. I'll cut a custom piece for that one, I think. Because I think it'll look better if I have more seagulls. We'll do that later. Oops. I think this is probably a good combination. All right, so that'll kind of go there. I think that one works. I think that one's all right. This one, let's try some Calypso Coral. Or even Crisp Cantaloupe might work. Now this is Crisp Cantaloupe. That looks really good with that buoy. The Calypso Coral might be a little too bright. Let's try Crisp Cantaloupe, because the orange tones in here are a little more subtle. And that will go better with the Old Olive. Maybe. But it definitely went better than the Pool Party. Oh, I think I might have cut that too small. Oops. Oh, I should have cut it 3.5. And I cut it 3 1/4. Good thing it's only paper. Let's try that again. All right, let's, I don't think that Old Olive is doing it for me. Let's do this. How's that one? With the Crisp Cantaloupe. And the Misty Moonlight. What do you think of that one? So we're good here with the Misty Moonlight and the Pool Party. How about the Crisp Cantaloupe with the Misty Moonlight? I wonder if soft seafoam would look good. Do these. I think this needs to be a smaller square, and the buoys, something else needs to be a bigger square maybe. I'm going to cut this down to 1 5/8, or do I have another piece? That's 1 5/8 here. If we do 1 5/8, and we'll get a fishy piece that's bigger. Oh, here we go. But now we need a more subtle piece there. How's that one? Does that work? That's soft sea foam. It kind of highlights the light green in the fish. I didn't pull out any pretty peacock yet. That might be a good option as well. Thanks for popping in with us, Vicki. Oh, that's too busy. Oh, this needs to go up here. How's that one? We'll just shuffle them around till we like them. I think that one kind of works. Let's go get some pretty peacock and see. I'm not sure if pretty peacock will work on any of these. Well, maybe. Who suggested pretty peacock? Nicole, you did. Oh, that looks good. Yeah? What do we think of this one? think because we had some very varied designs, the typical shuffle didn't work out kind of as planned. And I think here we need a more subtle piece. What do you think? The pretty peacock one, that does look good. I'm gonna glue that one down. I think that's good, right? Let's start gluing that one in place. Shuffle turned into a possible jigsaw, right? I know. The random angle cutting, I think, is the one that I did the shuffling before, and it just got, it got crazy. And I think we just had several different patterns here, because we had the waterfront one, we had the Nature's Walk or something. We had a few different ones. And then we had this one here that's more playful. That's the Beautiful Ordinary Life. So we used 3 different designer series papers that didn't necessarily coordinate together. That's all good though. So typically, however many segments you have is how many pieces of paper you would use. So for these, I would typically use 4. Well, I ended up complicating it by using 8 because there were several that I liked, that some of you commented that you liked. It's all good. That's all good. Oh, look at that one single seagull. I'm going to put this seagull over here, and I'm going to use this one here. Shuffle, shuffle. All right, that one's good. Oh, I suppose I could put this on too. I think I'll put that up on dimensionals. I'm into the whole skeleton portion of my dimensionals here. Who else uses their take their pick tool to do like garbage pickup there? I love my take your pick tool. All right, now I have no idea what sentiment we're going to put on these. We'll figure that out though. I like this one too. I think, are we good with this one? With the crisp cantaloupe and the misty moonlight? I think that one looks pretty good. And this had, the fish and the buoy have that orange tint to them. So I think we'll be good there. Yeah, my nails never seem to do a very good job. I don't know if they're just not sharp enough or what the deal is. But that take your pick tool, it is an essential for me. I have at least 7 of them. So I have one everywhere I move to. I mean, I have them out for my classes. I've got them in my to-go bag. I've got a couple here on my crafting table, just in case I need to use like the spatula or something. So I'm not constantly switching ends on them, you know. That's why I do that. That's why I have several. Yeah, the Frightfully Fun paper would be good too. All right, I like that one. I like that one. So let's put this up on dimensionals too. I guess I'm kind of done with those edges. And this is the long, slender one that comes with that hook tip. That's the extra crafters tips. I think that's what they're called. But this long, skinny pokey tool is awesome because it's longer and it's narrower than the original one. It's pretty good. All right, done, done. I like this one for sure too. It's pretty good. We're going to have 4 cards done in about the normal time that I just putz around with one. But Allie, you're already going to have your card to post as soon as I put that sketch up on Facebook, hey? You overachiever, you. Sounds wicked, Allie. And I love the multi-purpose liquid glue for this kind of stuff because I can shift it around a little bit. As long as my glue is not too thin, I can wiggle it to get it exactly where I want it to be. So like here it's a little bit crooked. I can still shift it. I think the other side of this lakefront or whatever it's called would be good too with the bicycles. I just didn't think they looked as masculine as maybe what we were shooting for these cards. Okay, let's get this up on dimensionals. I do have 2 more full-size ones here. Now we have some littler ones. And I'm just going to put some in the center here too, just because these are smaller. Work smarter, not harder, right, Allie? It's all good. I think this one looks good on the pool party because the seagulls are heavy on the pool party color. So I think that was a good pick. All right, now this one. I like those two together. I'm not sure I like these two together. I like this color, but it's just not quite working for me. I like that soft sea foam. I was thinking we could have 4 different card base combinations. Oh, that one's not cut wide enough. That's the one that was 3 1/4. Let me get another piece. That was the one that I had too small. I think I need to find more of the buoys. Yeah, I didn't even start my paper pumpkins, Allie. I forgot I had them. There we go. Yeah, I entirely forgot that I had paper pumpkins. So I may work on those some tomorrow. Our granddaughter's going to be here, so she might want to work on them. We'll see. What do you think of this one now? If we do maybe that there. I don't think that the crisp cantaloupe works. Allie normally does 30. Don't you do 30, Allie? Allie doesn't do any the way the instructions say. She just does alternatives with her paper pumpkins, which I think is a cool idea. I usually do a mix. I think this piece is cut a little too big. It's a little crooked. Still a little crooked. Oh, you got some Happy Mail, new book, huh? Yeah, once I get into a book series, then it's like forego any sleep, because then I want to read. I like the soft seafoam, but I don't know that I like it. Oh, you decided to only do 20? Just for this kit because of the limitations of the ephemera? Let's try one other thing. I have an idea. All right, let's try this. A little Cajun craze, maybe. Swap an orange for some blue. That might work. I was trying to get it to be kind of balanced. I mean, that goes good with the fish in there. I'm just thinking, So many choices. Kind of like the Cajun craze, but I don't like the crisp cantaloupe. The Cajun craze looks good with this, with that piece, but maybe just not that at all. That's the lighter one. That one looks a little bit better, don't you think? I think that one works. What do you all think? The lighter wavy pattern blue, this one, instead of the dark. Because I like that one. I like that one to kind of bring out the oranges and reds. Sorry, I was off camera there. What do we think of that? I do like the Cajun craze under these pieces. Maybe a little seagull action. What do you think? Oh, did you like it better with the waves? Waves or seagulls? I'm going to start gluing these down. We'll figure out this one if you like the waves or the seagulls. But we can at least attach these, the waves. Cool. And then I have lots of strips to make combinations for more cards if I really wanted to. We'll see if I really want to. So we got 4 cards done for this challenge. That's pretty good. Not bad. I will have to find a sentiment though. Good dimensionals on here. Oops. All right, Allie, did you get yours all worked out? Got just a little bit of fray on there. There we go. Cool. All right, so we've got 4 cards with a little shuffle going on there. Got a little bit of a card mishmash here, cardstock mishmash. So you've got 8. Awesome. What colors did you end up using? Because the Halloween ones don't have as many colors to choose from. All right, so let's take a look at, so here's our sketch. Pretty simple. We modified it by putting an extra layer in here. but this is just inspiration. All right, let's put some of this stuff away and let's see if I can find an appropriate sentiment here. Something short and sweet. Heaven knows I've got a lot of them. All my Halloween things are here too. Breathe or relax. I have one I think that says relax. How about relax and enjoy? I think that might fit on here. Let's see if relax and enjoy fits. Otherwise, I could always do relax and enjoy could fit. We could make our sentiment a little smaller too, our sentiment strip. Let me see if I've got another one that says relax. Oh, I've got one that says just because. Have the best day. That might fit. I kind of like that. It's your day would fit. Let's see what have the best day looks like. Have the best day would be a perfect fit. And let me get Misty Moonlight and Lost Lagoon. I wonder if my Lost Lagoon needs to be re-inked, maybe. Let's see. I got over ink on here. Let's see. Oh, I don't like how that looks. That does not look good. Should be nice and straight lines. Let's do Pretty Peacock instead of Lost Lagoon. That's what I needed. Lost Lagoon, I think, was too light. Let's see if this looks any better. Hopefully I got it straight. Okay, so that can go there. And then we can do, I think, Misty Moonlight for the rest of them. Looking for my chamois. Have the best day. That's perfect. Okay, so Relax and Enjoy we didn't use. Put that away. Have the best day. We'll clean that off. We'll put that away. And we're going to be pretty organized here now that all the chaos is done. All right, I think we did all right. So I think what I'll probably do is cut a piece of Misty Moonlight for here, Misty Moonlight here. I'll do Pretty Peacock on this one, and probably Misty Moonlight on this one as well, just to set up that sentiment a little bit so that it stands up a little bit better. So let's do, and if we did 5/8 by 2 1/4, we'll go 2 1/2. And then if I got 5/8, we're going to go to 7/8, I think. I could probably even make the border just a little bit smaller. That one might need to be Cajun Craze. That looks pretty good. That one looks pretty good. Let's try Cajun Craze for that one. Yeah, it really sets it off a little bit more. And then, what did I say, 2 1/2. Oops, what am I doing? This. Yeah, I think that could work. And then let's do Pretty Peacock for this other one here. Do I still have any scraps? there. I think that looks pretty okay. So that's what collaboration is all about. We figured it out. Now I could do this one with the lighter color, the crisp cantaloupe. Let's see how that looks. I'm not sure if that Misty Moonlight looks a little harsh. We'll see what it looks like with the crisp cantaloupe. Thanks, Jeanette. Thanks for hanging out with us, Jeanette. So if you knew 4 different guys you had to give this to and they all knew each other, I bet none of them would realize their cards were all the same layout. They would just notice that their cards were all different. So do we like the Misty Moonlight or the crisp cantaloupe for this last one? What do we think? I don't know, I guess I'll have to figure it out. Let's glue some of these together. The crisp cantaloupe. It does kind of blend just a little bit better. So Allie, if you want to take a picture of like all your cards together to post when I post the sketch, that would be cool so people could see what the shuffle kind of works, what it looks like. Oh, and I guess I need to put these on too, don't I? Now I'm not putting those sentiments on dimensionals because I've got that whole layer up on dimensionals and I don't want it to be too thick to mail. I mean, some of them didn't have dimensionals down here, so it might have been all right, but I don't think the guys appreciate all the layers as much as us crafty people do. They might. I know MacMan saves all the cards he gets. Homemade or store-bought, he saves them all. All right, and then I'm thinking I'll need to put some embellishments on here. I'll have to figure those out. I'll have to figure out what embellishments I like. And then I'll post these as well. So that's all I have for tonight. So we got kind of a shuffle card. Here's our sketch challenge for the week, sketch 21. I will post this to the Facebook page. Go ahead and add a picture of your creation, whatever you were inspired by this sketch to create. And then each week we'll do a new sketch. And that week following you can add your picture for a chance to get some happy mail from me, special for being a participant. You can be our spinner winner for the month. Thank you, Allie. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks, everybody who hung out with us. Feel free to join in. You can tell this is kind of a collaborative effort, sometimes more than others, but I encourage those of you who are watching to participate and give suggestions as to what you think would be a good modification. And that's how we create. We collaborate. Good night, everybody. Until next time, happy crafting.